I would tell you I'm the map, and then I would have to say it 2 more times and be like, I'm the map, I'm the map. Wait, how many times does it say it? Sorry, that was a deep childhood reference. Okay, map video. So we did part 1 last time, and we talked about the best places to buy new construction 2025 under that like 420, 430 mark. Today we're moving our slide up a little bit, so we're gonna like start our bottom end at 420, 400 and move north to about 610, 620. Show you a couple different areas where this might make sense in DFW, areas that I would consider looking at, areas you might want to ask a couple more questions before you look at, and the difference of what that price point gets you in a couple different spaces here in DFW. So I'm gonna figure out how to move back over to the screen, show you the map. We're gonna walk through it all and talk the things you need to know if you're buying 2025 new construction homes here in DFW. So I'm gonna like grab a thing for my voice because it sounds terrible. Grab a drink, move the map, and then let's go get working on that over there. Oh, okay. Got the map back up here. I'm gonna draw it out and explain all the theories and whatever. So for reference, we're talking new construction DFW, price range 400-ish to just north of 600. We'll tell you, this unlocks a lot of the map. I want to kind of put it to you, just so you know I'm not like cheating you or anything. We're looking at the MLS. I'm gonna show you the map, kind of pull it all together. I am gonna try and keep it all in one screen instead of splitting it up, so we can kind of talk about it a little bit more in detail. But yeah, 400, 620 unlocks a ton of the map, but it is interesting to see based on like that budget, what buys what where. The biggest thing you're gonna notice is, well, I'll show you, but we're gonna go north. So we kind of got our map, so pull it up, let you kind of see. We've unlocked a lot of options in this price range. Here's the one thing we haven't unlocked. You ready? Let me get my little pin going. We're gonna zoom it in right here. Frisco, Prosper. Do you see what's not there? There's still nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nada. You're still not getting there yet. So that'll be probably in our next video that you get into those spaces, just because of how quickly that area has expanded. But we can go north and get some really good options. So I'll kind of show you, let's just go right north of 380 and see what pulls up. Again, we've talked about this before. 380 here, like this, right here, if we're honest, is like a traffic nightmare. So if you live up here and you don't have to come, it's kind of like what we were talking about in Forney in the other video. If you live up there, it's not gonna be too bad. But if you're trying to commute across there, that traffic is not going to be, it's not gonna be very fun. So let me clear this off there. But let's just take a look and see. So 380, so there's Windsong Ranch. And so just right outside of that, just to the west, there is this neighborhood called Union Park. Really some good options in there. Tri-Point is in there, Bloomfield is in there. So this will show you, so Union Park, this is on their classic 55 floor plan. So this is fun to take a look at. Original price, and again, what I'm showing you is a combination of inventory that's ready to go. So you're seeing this and you're ready to go right at the first part of the year. Inventory, good options. Also a lot of ability to build. So this one, they originally had it at 668. It's now down to 545. It is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,500 square foot house. This is a Bloomfield home at 545. We've talked about them before. They build a really, really quality home. I wonder if we can see. So what you're gonna see a lot in those Bloomfield homes, and again, representative photos, styling in some places is a little bit dated. Not necessarily in this one. They did a really good job with the white kitchen, the really nice flooring, open railing. But a lot of times one of my biggest challenges I faced with them before is styling has felt a little bit dated. quality has been awesome, but I know a lot of people love their styling, and it's getting a little, it's getting updated. So we got one there. That is, like I said, that is Union Park. I wonder if we come up a little bit, is this, I bet this, is this Sandbrook? Okay, Sandbrook Ranch, another option. You've got David Weekley, you've got Highland, you've got tons of builders in there. They've won Community of the Year several times. So this is Denton ISD, Sandbrook Ranch. So originally $589. Guys, this is a $100,000 drop. So if you're like, Zach, where's those price drops? Where's those price drops? Right there. Zach says it's right there. 2,260 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath, whatever. It's David Weekley, another solid option, whether you're buying from their inventory or you're building. I do like their product as well. So kind of just scroll through it, take a look. One of the things you will notice, look at this, right? Here, here, and here. One of the things you're gonna notice up north at this price point is the proximity of houses to your neighbor. So this is gonna be a lot of 35, 40, 45, 50 foot lots. There are some of those that are outliers, but I almost would bet this is a 40-foot lot at this price point in Sandbrook Ranch. So if you wanna go north and you're spending this $400 to $600, you're like, I don't wanna be that close to my neighbor. I get it, but that's probably what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be a 40 and 50 foot lot. If we keep going, let's zoom our map back out a little bit. Let's take a look at Salina. Here's the thing, I think Salina is probably one of the best buys in 2025. There's so much growth and opportunity kind of coming up here. There's a Highland, speaking of, love that. Cottages of Salina. So this is, again, you can kind of see the proximity on either side. 2,600 square feet, was $574, dropped it to $550. Cottages of Salina, solid neighborhood. Can I find, where's it at? This Parks at Wilson Creek. Okay, Cross Creek Meadows and Salina, that's a solid option. This is Laterra at Uptown. So 2,987 square feet, 4-bed, 2-bath. Again, representative photo. Brand new community, Laterra at Uptown. This is Pacesetter, and this is going to be Castle Rock. Another great option that's right. When we look at this one, where did it go? It's right down the street from the Salina park, one of the big public park that's up there. Good option. So Laterra at Uptown, solid choice. Parks at Wilson Creek, Cottages at Salina, all of those would be really great options in this kind of northern quadrant right here. The other thing I would submit to you is if you were going to be north, I would strongly consider this area here. Can we draw again? This Melissa, Anna, Van Alstyne. I think there's a ton of growth opportunities. Melissa in particular, I think is one of those school districts that if you care about, you're getting your kids into these great schools, Melissa is gonna be that one. Van Alstyne, I think, is getting there. Anna is growing, but Melissa's spending a ton of bond money on updating facilities, getting new places built. And this is kind of, like I said, if you're gonna be to the north, I think I would, from a ease of access to 75 to get you back down into the Metroplex, I think it would be one of those places that I would give some strong consideration to. Let's just take a look and see. Let's click into Melissa here. Bloomfield, solid option, 3,200 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath, a little bit larger lot, right under that 600 threshold. Another Bloomfield, another Pacesetter. Starlight would not do that. Would look at something, I think, a little bit different. Taylor Morrison could be good. Coventry, I do like some of the things that they're building. This has actually got us back in McKinney. This is Trinity Falls, so McKinney ISD if you're wanting to be in there. But this is on those, a little bit on the smaller side. Notice 1,806 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath. And this is probably, again, definitely going to be a 40-foot lot at this price, this $439,900. And again, that's before we ever talk any sort of incentives, closing costs, things like that. That's one of the things we love about doing stuff with builders is we get that opportunity. And when you work with our team, who almost exclusively does, not almost, we basically exclusively do new construction sales, being in this space and knowing how to get the best deals with these builders is what we like to specialize in and deal with. So that's a good option. Let's see, let's do a couple more. Okay, Taylor Morrison, we got some Anna stuff. William and Ryan, not bad. If we go up into Van Alstyne, we've talked about the Mantua neighborhood. There's what's the other one? Thompson's Farms. That's kind of up this way. Like I said, you could continue up into Sherman. I'm not gonna go that far today, although I do think there's some cool stuff coming. One of the areas for me that is growing on my excitement list is right here. It's this Justin Northlake area, just right off of 35, right north of 114. It's an area that we're seeing some really cool growth start to happen. Again, we're seeing it all over the Metroplex, but if you're looking more to the North Fort Worth side, I would definitely kind of take some time and look at the Justin and Northlake area. Let's just kind of see, we'll zoom it in. KB, DR, no shot. Like, no shot, especially at this budget. Like, David Weekley, solid choice, so $499. 3-bed, 2-bath, 2180 square foot, $499. Just gonna zoom through it. You are gonna get this siding on the back side. Personal preference, I would rather see it be full brick, but again, with where I guarantee you when we get up into our even higher price point, we're gonna be back looking over here too. And you're gonna see some things that, well, you understand why that's what it is. So Bloomfield, another option. So would look there. I am gonna come down here to the south because I do have a lot of people asking me about this 287 corridor right now. This right here. Red Oak, Midlothian, Mansfield, Waxahachie. It's kind of one of those hidden gems, but a lot of people don't know about it. There's a lot of really big growth happening, especially in this Mansfield. Oh, come on, go away. Mansfield, Midlothian, Waxahachie. You might be able to get into some potential like acreage, not like acreage, but like half acre, quarter acre, maybe even an acre. Okay, check this out. We're down in Waxahachie, 3,600 square feet on this house, 3-car garage. This is a First Texas build, 5-bed, 4-bath, was $680, now $599. Let's see if we can see I want to see the floor plan. So not a bad house. This is one of their, I bet this is one of their most popular floor plans, if it's the one I think it is. Let's see, put them in there. I do love when we, oh, look at that, even greenbelt space behind you. I do love when we get stuff like this and we see it not as a representative photo. So you have to be careful always when we're talking about new construction and you're browsing Zillow, Realtor, MLS, whatever. You're gonna see photos and you're like, I want that exact house. And I was like, that's a representative photo. There's just gotta know what we're looking for and how to find it. So $599 in Waxahachie. Another option down here. 3,400 square feet right at the top of our 620. John Houston at $499, 2,600. Bloomfield, another one, another First Texas. Let's come over to Mansfield. You can kind of see this, the pattern of who's popping up and who we're continuing to see. Okay, here we go. Another builder that I love, we've got a Perry. This is in Bridgewater. Would take a look at this community. So $549, 2,700 square feet, all on one floor. Oh, let's not go that way. Let's go, yeah, representative photo. You can also, here's what I want to point out to you. You'll also see this right here. So this is gonna be what they call either a 2.5 or 2 in a storage garage. So two car full garage with that storage bump out. Delete you guys here, clear the screen. Big fan of what you would get with Perry. So if you're looking and you're like, hey, I'm not really sure where, we're not necessarily location dependent, I would take a look at that southern part of the Metroplex, look at the school districts, look at the, it's still kind of spaced out. It's got a very rural, that's a hard word, rural feel to it a little bit. Kind of like a little bit less than what you would feel going north. I would say probably of anywhere you look, probably Justin and North Lake, and then this 287 corridor here probably gives you some of the most rural options if you're looking at that. Like I said, it puts you on the southern part of the Metroplex. So if you're not, I would tell you, this is not a, don't buy here and think you're gonna work in Plano and unless you're committed to driving. Like that is a lot of drive, like people do it, especially if you're new to DFW, like you just have to learn. We're very commuter centric, like people just drive, it's what we do. But that is like, you're gonna be in the car an hour a day. I just don't come at me and be like, Zach, you told me to buy down here, but I work in Carrollton. Yeah, you can, if you want the spacing, but you're gonna be in the car a lot. So don't say I didn't warn you. So of course, let's finish it out. My favorite part of the Metroplex, because I'm a little bit biased, we live out on the east side, but I would look at the east area. Some stuff you can kind of start to touch Rockwall, but you're really like in our next video where we get north of 650, that's gonna get you a lot of Rockwall proper, with the exception of like this neighborhood down here, Sonoma Verde. We've got some Bloomfield, we've got some Castle Rock, we've got some Highland. So at 610, 2,822 square feet. This is going to be a December completion, so this one may already be ready to be gone. So in a larger neighborhood that does put you in Rockwall ISD, it's kind of on the south side here of where we would want to be, or not south side of where you want to be, but like south of 30. So North Rockwall, South Rockwall, but still Rockwall ISD. I would also strongly consider, I mentioned this one in my last video, but look at all of this that's popping up here. This is Hillstead, brand new community just off of 205. It's gonna be Wiley ISD. I think the first couple people are gonna start moving in there. This neighborhood's gonna be like Highland, Perry, and Drees. Highland's gonna have a little bit of the smaller lots, like on the 40s, and they're gonna be priced accordingly. We talked about that in the other video. And then Perry and Drees are gonna have a little bit on the bigger side of the lot. So 2357 square footage at 526. This is gonna be, does it say? Doesn't say. But I would look strongly at Hillstead in this like 205 area as well. Of course, you've got options in Lavon. We've talked about that, but I want to show you, I saw it earlier. Where did it go? If you're wanting like acreage or you're wanting a little bit of space, you can kind of start to look out this way, this like Lavon, Nevada, Josephine area. So like this is it's kind of a semi-custom. This is on 0.4 or almost half of an acre, 2,590 square feet, under 500. So options there. Those are kind of the places that I think I would look. It's all dependent, obviously guys, on you and your family's needs. But again, that 400 to 600 range unlocks a ton of potential on the map here in DFW. If I show you, let me just do this. Let's go, let's take a look at some builder websites and just kind of see. So Normandy, I've had a couple people ask me about them recently. Might be something to look at. So Normandy, CB Jennings. If you're wanting that 400 to 600, they've got about 14 of those homes. Most of them are going to be contained to the north. They build a lot on the north side, so Normandy might be a good option. Bloomfield, again, we've talked about them. You can kind of see they've got stuff everywhere. Quickly expanding here in DFW, quality-wise good. Just need them to update some of their looks. Let's see, Pacesetter. Oh, we're gonna scroll off of that. We'll get to those soon. Let's get into something that, so again, back in Melissa, we've got a 599, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,800 square feet. We've got a Rockwall one at 2,700 square feet at 609. We've got some Melissa, we've got some Salina at 564. Could be good options for you there. Let's just see. where's the thingy? Perry. We were talking about, what were we talking? We were talking about, we've talked about terraces before, we're not talking about it in this video. We were talking about Hillstead from the 490s would be a good option. Let's just see. Trinity Falls with Perry would be good. You're not getting into Cambridge. That's gonna be crazy. Let's see. Prairie Oaks, a little bit on the lower price point. You could do Mantua. I've had a couple people buy Perry in Mantua up in Van Alstyne. Be a good option. Okay, I don't want to scroll their website. I want to, there's my little button. And then, of course, you've got Highland options at this price point. So we're looking at 189 homes that are available in places like you've got Sonoma Verde. You've got options in Sonoma Verde. We talked about them in Rockwall. You've got townhomes in Trinity Falls, in McKinney. You've got the parks at Wilson Creek. So looking at this, right? So 596 at a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,400 square foot. This is a 40-foot lot. This is also a rear entry garage. So again, going to the north, you're gonna get on those smaller lots. And for some of you, you're okay with that. You're like, we're never home. We don't need to maintain a lot anyway. It's okay. So 596, 584, let's see. Cambridge Crossing, 610. Again, you can kind of see in these pictures how close these homes start to get together. Sandbrook Ranch, talked about that one early, another community of the year. If we get over here in, okay, so North Lake, Pecan Square, options here. See stuff listed 526. We've got Wildflower Ranch. This is a new one that's coming, of course. And then we were looking down in Bridgewater options. You've got Dove Hollow. You've got Ridge Crossing. Look at that 3rd-car garage, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,900 square feet at 550. Let's click on this one. Can we see this? Okay, check this out. So this is Ridge Crossing in Waxahachie. I'm seeing this for the first time with you guys. So 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,900 square feet with the 3-car garage. Take a look at it. So we get the 3 bedrooms, the study. Actually, no, 4 bedroom, 1, 2, yeah, 4 bedroom study, entertainment room, 2-car garage with the 3rd add-on at 550 would be something that I would strongly consider taking a look at if you're going down to the south. You've got options. Like I said, I want to help get you into some of these really great builders. Chesmar would be another good option, and I can't list all of them all the time with you guys because there's a ton of good options. There are some that I would stay away from just for quality's sake. There are some builders that I think are good under this price point, but once you start getting at this price point, I think that some of these guys perform a little bit better than they do. If you have questions in 2025 or beyond, whatever, we're here to help make stuff like this make as much sense as we possibly can. We're here to make all of this kind of possible. I want to help you talk through it. So like, hey, what's the budget? How does that work? Like budget, incentives, how do we spend the builder's closing costs? How do we, negotiate, right? Are we still getting money? Yes. Yes, there's still money on the table. Lots of money from builders to incentivize this. There's tons of reasons why I could tell you the reasons. For the main reason, it's the money. For the other reason, like you're not buying somebody else's problem, you're getting the warranties, and DFW is continuing to expand. So I would strongly consider looking at new construction. Where's my little, switch the button. There we go, go back here. Back. Okay. Would strongly consider coming and taking a look. If you have questions going into the year and you're like, I don't even know where to go, Zach, help me out. Our contact information, we always put it down below. If you missed the first video, go back and check it out. We're gonna do we're gonna do 2 more in this series. We're gonna do the like 600 all the way up to like $1 million-ish range. So I think there's some opportunity for some of you there to take a look. And then the last piece of this series, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do some like stuff on acreage. So half acre and above pricing, where do you find that? Who's building that? Because there are some builders that are doing some really awesome stuff in that space, and I want to show it to you on the map. So we've got 2 more parts to this series. And if you, like I said, if you have questions, get in, look at it all. I've also got some really cool resources coming for you early in the first part of the year that you're gonna have to be on the lookout for. I can't wait to drop those. I'm gonna give you kind of some interactive things to help make your home search a little bit easier. So I'm gonna put my pin back over whatever, put it there. I'm gonna say, let's make it happen for you in 2025. Check out all the rest of the videos you need to buy your next new home right here.